Hello and welcome to the 28-day Physical Productivity Challenge. So for those of you who haven't met me or spoken to me yet, my name's Chris and I'm the owner of Essential Performance Labs. I'm the guy you saw in the ad and I'm the face you clicked on, I guess. So I'd just like to, first of all, extend a very, very warm welcome and a very big congratulations on taking the first step to transforming yourselves. So what I'm here to do in this video is to introduce you to the 28-day program, take you through a little bit of the expectations and a little bit of what you can expect through the program, and give you a little bit of the rundown on the strategies we're going to implement over the next couple of weeks. So to start off with, welcome to the 28-day challenge. And what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks is we're not going to really be having a major focus on anything in particular. What we're going to be doing is taking a very holistic approach to transforming your lives. So what I mean by that is there are going to be three main parts to this challenge. So obviously it's going to be the strategy. So we're going to talk about how we train. We're also going to talk about the nutrition side of things. That's the strategy. That's also the least important aspect of this challenge. So that's just some of the service level stuff. The big component of this challenge is going to be the code or the set of values or the identity I want you to create by the end of this 28-day challenge. So to give you an idea of what we're trying to do, I'm just going to read you this quote. So thoughts become your words, words become your actions, actions become your habits, habits become your character, and your character becomes your legacy. So that's the quote. So to read into that deeper, what we're trying to do is create an identity shift. So that's the big part of this 28-day challenge. So first we have the strategy up the top, then we have the identity shift. So we're trying to change the way you think, trying to change your attitudes, trying to reprogram your coding. Okay, so that's a big part of this 28-day challenge. So we want you to be very consistent for this 28-day challenge because it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. You're going to be arguing with yourself whether you want to commit to this, and what you need to do is be consistent. Commit and show up every single day. Okay? And I mean that, I don't mean that literally, I mean that figuratively. Show up and commit to being a new person every single day. So the third part of this strategy is the environment. So you're going to be placed in a community of almost 50 other women who are on the same journey as you, maybe a touch ahead of you, and some maybe a touch behind you, and then the majority of them around the same level as you. So that community is a massive part. It's probably the biggest part of this challenge. And the reason I say that is, just to quote the legendary coach Jim Rohn, he says that you are the sum of the top 5 people you spend the most time with. So if I put you in an environment with people who are negative, who are opposed to change, who are the type of people who keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect the same results, then you can't expect any major change or any major results that are going to be lasting or permanent. So what we've done is we've created a community of people who are on the same journey, who are here to pick you up, here to support you. When you're feeling down, you can be real, you can take the mask off and you can be yourself. You can be the true version of yourself and troubleshoot, because these people know. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be lost. They know what it's like to feel out of control, to feel like everything is mounting upon you. And these people, some of them have gone through the other side of it, and then they can give you advice. And then when you see people who are going through the same things that you're going through, you're going to help them. And then the people you see by your side, that you're going to be in competition with them. You're going to see who's going to get better faster. So it's a really, really a nice environment. And I'm not just asking, I'm telling. This is the one time I'll get serious with you guys. Do not damage the community. Engage with it. It's something that's going to be very, very helpful to you. It's going to help pick you up. It's going to help drive you. But if at any stage that I feel like you are going to be bringing the community down, we're going to have a serious talk about that, because the community is the lifeblood of this program. So enough of that. Let's move on. So just to summarize, we have the strategy. So we're going to be talking about the exercise, the nutrition, and any sort of recovery protocols. Then we have the code. We're trying to shift your identity to someone who's going to be a self-leader, someone who takes action, who takes ownership, and is in control. And then the third part is the environment. Everyone else is on the same path, so you can pick each other up, help each other, and compete friendly compete with each other. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how we can gain a little bit of clarity on our identity. So I'm going to use this whiteboard over here. So and I'm going to talk to you about something I want you to do at the end of this video, or you can do it along whilst we do it together. So drawing a little matrix here, and I want you to have a little think about these things here. Okay, so I've written frustrations and wants, and this deals with the present, with now. Okay, so what this means is that currently where you are right now, you're going to be dealing with some frustrations, right? So you're going to have two sides of things. You're going to have some frustrations where you're going to be thinking, maybe I'm a little bit overweight, or I don't have the energy. I feel like I don't have time. I feel like everything's out of my control. I feel lost. I don't know what I'm doing with my social life, my career, or my health, and everything's just in a slow decline, right? So those are some of those frustrations. So you feel like you don't have time, don't have energy. Maybe you feel lost, okay? And then currently you have some wants. You have some things that you want to have more time. You want to have control. And you want to have more energy. So those are some of those short-term ones. Now, the reason why I want to talk about these is because frustrations and wants are now, which will lead to the future. So that's what this side of the matrix deals with. So we have fears. And we also have dreams. So the reason I'm going into this is if we continue with our frustrations, they can lead us towards our fears, right? So what will these fears be? It could be heart disease, diabetes, early death, things like that. These are some fears. So if we don't do anything about these like we're going to lose even more time, we're going to lose even more energy, we're going to feel even more lost, and then these are just health issues that we end up with. So if we don't work on these frustrations, we might end up with these, okay? If we get the things that we want, we end up with the possibilities. So those are what your dreams are. What's possible? All right. So you might end up, maybe you've always had this idea of going on an adventure holiday. This could be one of your dreams if you had more time, more control, more energy. Maybe you wanted that promotion if you had more energy to put more effort into your work. Maybe that could be in the possibilities. Now, there is a second side to these things here. We also have the other side of frustrations. Right? We all want to exercise. We all want to wake up early. We all want to eat healthy. But there are also these little niggling thoughts in the back of our minds. Okay? I don't want to wake up early. Okay? I don't want to exercise. Just write train in there. Right? I don't want to eat healthy. Okay? Those are your frustrations. Those are sort of the short-term frustrations. Right? And what you want on this side is like, you want convenience. All right. Maybe if we're talking from a nutrition point of view, sugar, fat, salt, all these things, all the good stuff, right? That's going to be part of your wants. You're going to want to sleep in. Yeah. So those are some short-term wants. Now, why I bring this up is because if we work on these frustrations here and we give ourselves an element of discipline, what we realize is that if we do wake up early, we do train, we do eat healthy, this brings us to the realm of possibilities, the realm of dreams. Okay? If we work on these things, the convenience, the short-term wants, this is a one-way ticket to our fears. Okay? So this is where you will need to be consistent, right? This is where you will need to pick yourself up and tell yourself, I need to work on these frustrations to get me towards my dreams. So you will need to wake up early. You will need to eat healthier. You will need to train. But you also need to hold into your mind that it is taking you towards the realm of possibilities. It's going to take you towards that body with more energy. It's going to take you towards that person who can have unlimited energy. It's going to take you to that person who is not afraid, who is in control. If we train, we add discipline. So we need to understand that discipline is not punishment. Discipline is training, is making ourselves stronger. If we are undisciplined and we always succumb to the short-term wants, there is going to be a cost to pay later on in life. Okay? So I just want to make a quick point about this. It doesn't feel right. Okay? It's not going to feel right. And I'll tell you why, because there's two parts of your brain that's going to be fighting one another. Okay? You're going to have something called the basal ganglia. Right, so that's part of your brain. And what that part of your brain does is it controls instincts. It controls habits, right? It's the habit building center, okay? So if you have spent a lifetime working on these things here, sleeping in, looking for convenience, what's the shortcut, what's the way out? Your basal ganglia is going to be telling you this is the right thing to do. This is what you should be doing, all right? Now, you have a second region of your brain called the prefrontal cortex, and this is to do with executive function. It's about making decisions and taking action, right? And this is the part of your brain that tells you you should wake up earlier, you should eat healthy, you should be exercising, right? What you have is you end up with a mismatch of these two parts of your brain, right? So it doesn't feel right. Your decisions are going to go against your instincts and your habits, okay? How do we sync those two things up? Discipline. Discipline is the key. So another word for discipline, like I said earlier, training. You can train to synchronize these two things together, and then you can end up where your habits match up with your prefrontal cortex, match up with your decisions. So in another way, eating healthy, sleeping earlier, exercising, it all becomes as easy as brushing your teeth. And that's the goal. That's what I would want to hope. And I will do my best to get you guys to achieve by the end of this 28-day challenge, right? I promise you, you have my best. You have everything in my fiber being to give to you to make this happen. But at the same time, I can't do the discipline for you. I need you to show up every single day. And I need you to be tough. I need you to be consistent. And then when we give you the push, understand it's coming from a good place. We're not trying to hurt you. We want the best from you. Okay? So just in summary, this is what this is about. This is about you guys training your brain, shifting your identity. Okay, it's going to be tough, but at the same time, there's going to be almost 50 other women in the same boat, and they're going to help you. And then you've got myself and Gabby coaching you the whole way through. We're going to help you. Okay, so you'll never be alone in this challenge. All right. So Let's quickly erase this off. Excuse me. Now what I want to do is just have a little quick chat about the nutrition strategy that we've got in play for you guys, right? So let's talk a little bit about the background of this nutrition strategy. So bring this a little bit closer. So let's describe your current situation. This is most likely you right now. Stimulus. Something happens to you throughout the day. So this could either be you've had a busy day, boss yells at you, you've got tons of projects due at work, or you've just had a pretty regular day and you've just gone through your day and you haven't eaten. It's a stimulus, right? So stimulus is going to drain your energy, okay? That's what's going to happen. Excuse me. So stimulus is going to drain your energy, and then because of that, you will start to become a little bit stressed out, and that's normal. What's going to happen is you're going to seek comfort, right? And then most likely a form of comfort is eating, right? And then if we have trained our whole lives to seek convenience, it's not going to be the healthiest choice, right? So you seek comfort. And because you haven't made the best choice, you know your basal ganglia seeks comfort. Your prefrontal cortex then tells you that was the wrong choice. You should have done something else. And then what ends up happening is you feel guilt, okay? And then what ends up happening is like, yeah, you seek comfort, you feel guilt. It's going to leave an emotional hole, right? And it's going to return that feedback loop. You're going to need comfort again to fill that emotional hole. So what ends up happening is you end up with this terrible cycle right here, a negative feedback loop, okay? So I talk about this in greater detail in another video you'll find in the Facebook group, but I want you to know this is instinctual programming. This is not your fault, okay? So no more guilt from now on, right? We are also human beings, so maybe, yes, we have instincts, but we also have agency. We have the ability to choose our response to any stimulus. So this is what I would call a reactive negative feedback loop. So you react to the stimulus, you seek comfort, feel guilt, and it goes round and round and round and round. And that's a gradual downhill slide. All right, so what we need to do is use the science, use a little bit of intelligence, and we can hack this in our favor, okay? So what we can do, instead of reacting to a stimulus, we can be proactive instead. So we can take a proactive approach to this. Okay, what does that mean? We know that we have a big day ahead of us, right? So we have a stimulus, okay? We know we've got a big day coming. We know we've got a lot to do. We know we've got a high stress job. We know we have to exercise. We know we have to eat well. So that's our stimulus. Now we get to do something. We get to choose our response. So our eating strategy can be, instead of eating for comfort, we eat like this. We eat for nourishment instead. We eat to fuel ourselves. So we need to understand that our fuel source is food, right? It's what keeps us moving. It's what keeps us going. It's what gives us clarity in the mind. It's what gives us energy. So if you're lacking energy, the fix is simple. Eat. Eat lots of food. Don't feel guilty about it, okay? But now we need to pick an intelligent strategy. So we eat for nourishment, and there's two sides to nourishment. Eat for physical nourishment, all right? We all know how to eat healthy. Fruits, vegetables, lean meats, good amount of fats and the right types of fats. And then drink plenty of water. We all know how to eat. It's as simple as that. Unless you've got some food allergies, that's a different story. But that's the crux of it, right? Everyone knows how to do it. 80% of the time, right? And instead of depriving yourself and vilifying any food groups, we now look at junk food in a positive light. Instead of looking at it and feeling guilty about eating junk food, we nourish ourselves mentally, okay? You're not going to have unlimited willpower. You're not going to be one of those superhumans that goes, no, I'll eat clean for the rest of my life. It's a bit difficult to start from day one and become that person. So we have to be smart. We all know how to eat healthy, but now we just choose to eat, reframe ourselves, choose to eat. So we know we've got a busy day. We know we've got stuff to do. We know we're going to have a long day. Let's nourish ourselves. Let's sharpen our sword. Let's make ourselves and put ourselves in the best state to tackle that day. So we feed ourselves, feed our bodies, feed our minds, so we can actually do the work we need to do and do the best possible job we can do. All right? Good. And then when it's time to rest, it's time to recover, we eat mentally. So have that cake, have that ice cream, have that chocolate, have that burger and chips, right? Have it. And when you do have it, you commit to it. You tell yourself, this is rest. This is for me to comfort. I'm not going to feel any guilt. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this. So you're going to have that burger, or you're going to have that cheesecake. You're going to have whatever you want. You can go to town on it. And then when you finish it, you're going to sit back and go, that hit the spot. All right? And that's going to refresh you mentally to go again and eat for mental nourishment. So what ends up happening is we create a positive feedback loop, right? So we eat physically, we feel good, we feel strong, we feel energetic. And when our mental energy runs out, we refuel it with the stuff we truly love to eat. And then we end up nourishing ourselves physically and mentally, so we don't have this idea of guilt and comfort anymore. We have this idea of fueling yourselves with the best possible fuel. And no food becomes bad food. You're just smart about it. You know where it fits. Okay? So that's the nutrition strategy in a nutshell. In the video section of Facebook, the Facebook group, I've got videos that go into great detail about this eating strategy, but really there's nothing special about it. You're going to look through it and go, really, this is it? I know all this stuff. Yes, you do. You do know all of this stuff. But what you need to do now is take action on this. Action all of these things. Commit to the change, because you know where you are now. Once you start getting a little bit of who you want to be, once you start progressing into someone that's better than you were yesterday, you can't go back. You won't go back. It's too painful to turn around and look at that person you were 6 months ago, 1 month ago, 1 week ago, and say, no, that person's not as good as I am today. Right? So all the nutrition information you see, you know it. You just need to commit to it. Okay? All right. So that's the nutrition strategy. There's nothing groundbreaking. There's nothing really that amazing about it. Okay? It's all common sense stuff, but it's not necessarily common practice. Okay? So let's move on a little bit. I'm going to try and create a screen share for you guys. So let's go have a look at, let me bring this up, Google Chrome. Okay, so I'm going to click this, screen share. I want you to look at this. So this is the booking. So if I go, actually I'll go to this Facebook group. So inside your chat, so I just scroll up a little bit. Okay, and let me look at here. This is your chat right here. You'll see this link. Okay, you click on this link and it's going to open up the Timely app. Okay, and this is how you book classes. So just click the book now. Okay, and you click book a class. Don't worry about book a service. I know it says a 28-day challenge, success coaching. Don't worry about that. I want you to click book a class instead. So select that, click next, and you're going to see all these different options here. So you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then open gym. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is themed. So the reason we have themed days is because we need to share resources in the gym. Right, we've got many different coaches working on the gym floor, and we've got to make sure we're not hogging all of the gym space. So what this allows us to do is just resource appropriately. Okay, so these are all morning sessions. Okay, and then if you want to book in, for the time being, we only have lunchtime sessions and morning sessions. You can click on Open Gym. Now, if you want to train Friday and Saturday, it's in the Open Gym section as well. So let's click on Monday the 4th. Okay, now let's go. Oh, my apologies. Monday the 4th. So you can see that this open gym on Mondays, there's a 12:30 session. On Wednesdays, there's a 12:30 session. On Friday, you've got 5, 6, 7 a.m. And on Saturdays, you've got 7 and 8 a.m. So there's lots of coaching sessions in the open gym. Open gym doesn't mean it's not coached. It is coached. It just means the gym is quieter so we can spread you all out. And if you need to catch up on a particular session you've missed, this is the time to do it. Okay? So I'm just going to click back. So let's say we want to come in and train Monday. So I'm going to click Monday, maximum effort, lower body. And these are all the times that are available. So if I want to train at 5 a.m., wake up super early, get it all out of the way, and then start my day in a really nice pace, I'm going to click 5 a.m. I'm going to click next. Then what you do is you type your name. So I'm going to type my name, so Chris Wong. I'm going to type my phone number in there. Okay, that's my phone number. And then you can click that if you want to, but we don't really have any news or updates that we send updates. Maybe an email reminder if you do click this. Right, so you'll get a text message reminder. Type any comments here. So if you're feeling ill that day or there's any joint issues, type in the comments, right? And let us know. That way we can modify. There's always something you can do. Even if there are injuries or even there are past conditions, there's always something you can do in the gym, okay? And then you just click the agree to cancellation policy and make sure you click remember me. Otherwise, you'll have to type all these details over and over again. That gets a little bit annoying when you have to do this every day. So just click remember me. Then you click confirm, and then you'll receive a confirmation text message and email. Give it a little bit of time. It may take up to half an hour to send these. It depends on the timely system. Okay, and that's how you book classes. So I'm not going to book a class because I want to leave that open for everyone else to book. Okay, I'm going to stop the screen share right now, and I'm going to take you guys for a little bit of a walk. Okay, so come with me. So if we have a look down here, that's the gym floor. So I'm going to walk. I'm upstairs right now. So I'm walking downstairs. Okay. Then if you come in early morning, the garage door is going to be shut. Okay. So you'll come in. You'll see unit 21. And then you come through this door here. And you're going to see a dumbbell room. You see my nice little car there. Okay. Walk through this door here, and you're going to see the gym floor. And this is where we'll be spending most of our time. Okay? And this is where we'll be doing our training. There's a bathroom here. Okay? There's the green. There's the gym. So I'm not going to go too much detail here. All right. Okay. And also earlier in the week, you would have been sent a document that's going to detail how to get here. Okay? So if you're training super early in the morning, 5, 6 a.m., you're not going to have an issue finding parking. 7 a.m. can get a little bit crowded, and it's going to be a little bit trickier to find parking, but there's always plenty of street parking here. Okay, it's very convenient by public transport. There's lots of buses here, so and lots of there's the ferry. There's also the trains. So we're a 5-minute walk away from the Auchenflower train station, and we're about a 10-minute walk from the Milton train station. And we're probably a 5-minute walk away from the Milton ferry terminal. And I forget the bus stop number, but there's a bus stop near the Shell station on Lang Parade or Coronation Drive. It's a really short walk. It's about less than 5 minutes from there. Okay, so that's a really brief introduction to the 28-day challenge. So I've taken you through a little bit of what we expect from you. Oh, actually, let me take it a step back. Sorry, one more thing I've got to mention is you are entitled to train as many times as you like. So if for some reason you decide you want to train Monday at 5, 6, 7 a.m., you're more than welcome to, and then do it again Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's no limit to how many sessions you want to book into, right? Now, if you do that, we'll probably say that's enough. That's too much training. But the expectation is that you show up to a minimum of 2 sessions per week, all right? 2 sessions. We recommend 3 per week to show up and get the most results out of. And some people train 6 days a week for the 28-day challenge, right? And they get amazing results. So we just had one lady finish her 28-day challenge, and she's joined up with us today, actually. And she ended up she couldn't bench press, she couldn't do the barbell, and she couldn't use her hips at all to squat. And today was her last 28-day challenge session. She squatted 95 kilos and bench pressed 61 kilos in just a short amount of time. Right, but she did make the most of the training. She trained almost every single day and listened to Nutrition Australia, really put in and got a lot out of it. And now she's signed up. She's joined in with us. She's going to train with us forever. Obviously, I love for every single one of you to join and train with us forever, but that's not the point of this challenge. The point of this challenge is for you to discover a better version of yourself. All right, and I'm going to equip you with all the skills that you need, all the information that you need to go and do this after the 28-day challenge, to keep doing this for the rest of your life. So that's the end of our little introduction meeting. What I want you to do now is go back to the first task in this video and do it. I want you to spend some time. I want you to identify, what are your wants? What are your frustrations? What are the things that hold you back? What are the wants that hold you back? What are the frustrations you should be training discipline into to get you to where you want to be tomorrow? So I want you to go do that. Sit down, do this task, all right? And that's what this whole 28-day challenge is about. It's about taking action, all right? Making you better than what you were yesterday, okay? Taking you away from being lost, okay? Taking you away from being out of control, being anxious, and pushing you to a better tomorrow, okay? So I will see you all in the gym next week. I'm really excited. I'm really happy. We've got such a big group starting this 28-day challenge. I'm really happy to see all of you guys in the gym next week. So rest up, enjoy yourselves this weekend, and I will see you on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day you decide to book in, or maybe all days at once. Okay, have a good one. Look after yourselves. Stay strong. See you in the gym.